everyone, welcome to BrickVault. Today I'm excited because I get to show off and talk about one of the coolest themes that I think ever existed in the whole wide world of LEGO. This is every single LEGO minifigure from the themes of Space Police. Now, I have to say in the beginning that the Space Police collection is probably one of my favorite old themes that I don't have a personal history with, as in I never played with these when I was younger, but now when looking back at some of the older themes, this is one that really pops out to me because of the awesome sort of unique alien figures that we get as the bad guys. I'm going to be going through this collection chronologically with you guys from when they came out, what sets they came out in, and how much they are currently worth. So jumping into the collection, I have to say that the Space Police line had definitely more humble beginnings. 1989 was the first year we saw the police line come out for space, and our one and only Space Police officer was this guy here. He came out in all of the sets, no variation whatsoever. He's got the classic space logo on his chest, the sort of half and half black and white cross section that goes along the middle with a zipper that's a little bit reflective in gold, and he's got the air tanks, a little simple smiley face, red visor, and in general he just looks a lot like all of the other sort of LEGO system figures that came out. They all had different accent colors, but this base design was pretty much the same as all the other spacemen around this era. And even less unique, the bad guys that were coming out during the same time in the Space Police sets were just Blacktron minifigs from the Blacktron line. The diversity of several different kinds of LEGO minifigs back then just didn't exist the same way, so LEGO just, decided to reuse an already existing figure from a similar line. And the Blacktron figure guys, they were pretty much the bad guys of the space world, so it makes sense that they would be the bad guys in the Space Police line. The good space guy, the police officer, is around $10 brand new, while if you're looking for a new version of the Blacktron figure, he goes for around 30 bucks, and I didn't bother to name out the specific sets from the first line because these two guys were pretty much in all of them. The same goes for Space Police Round 2. This time the prints for the police officers really do match up specifically with the theme. The regular police officer actually has Space Police printed right onto the chest, while it looks like the chief has a little bit more of a heavy-duty vest on, just the SP initials for Space Police, and both of these guys have quite a lot of sort of buttons and gizmos attached to the suits as well. The regular police officer appeared in just about all the sets. He sells for around $5 brand new, while the chief appeared in only the tiny Galactic Chief set as well as the really big Galactic Mediator set, but his price is pretty much the same, maybe just being $1 more. Now, just like the first line with the Blacktron guys being the bad guy, the updated Blacktron guys are now the bad guy in this particular wave. Personally, I'm not as big of a fan for the detailing for this next generation. The B is a bit wonky, and the black part of the Blacktron really was captured better with the original fig. He is just $10, and that pretty much wraps it up for the first two early generations of Space Police. Essentially, these guys were just the counterpart theme that ran as the good guys against the Blacktron themes that also ran at the same time. But now it's time to jump up 17 years where LEGO decided to add the next generation of Space Police sets, and this is where I really fell in love with the line. Instead of two separate themes like Blacktron and Space Police sort of completing each other, the sets here have a healthy distribution of both good guy and bad guy vehicles depending on which one you wanted. The builds themselves were really fun, extremely unique, and my personal favorite aspect is that I think we got some of the most creative alien minifigures from this line compared to any other theme, including Star Wars. So starting small with the first two minifigs in the Squidman Escape set, we actually have this little one. It's very simple with a little speeder, one policeman, and one Squidman. Taking a look at the Squidman, I love the detailing here. As a technicality, I don't see anything really squid-like about him. It's just kind of a fun name for this weird alien creature. Interestingly enough, they decided to do back printing for this guy, even though he's got a cape, but definitely the coolest part about him is sort of the ridiculous mold and shape of his head. This guy appeared in one other set, and he's only $2 to get brand new, which is really awesome. And this silver glasses police officer is the first look at the new form of cop. Some very expressive expressions on his face are great, and the detailing for his tactical gear is certainly dated by today's standards, and I would say probably just sort of adequate for the 2009-2010 days. He's just $2 as well. And our next alien critter is Alien Cranks with 2 X's. He appeared in the Freeze Ray Frenzy set as well as the Galactic Enforcer, $2, and there's a really fun sort of look to this alien. He's got sort of a biker vibe to him. In fact, that kind of matches up with the Freeze Ray Frenzy set that he comes in. So you can see sort of a silver mesh vest, no shirt, knee pads, a chain for, I guess, his wallet, and a skull on his belt. A really complete looking sort of gangster fig. The skull on the back of his vest is pretty good. That probably is an insignia for the gang he's in. And there's also a really unique aspect to the way this head is molded. The mouth is open, and that little bit of white that you see is actually just the peg that sticks out of the torso piece. Please, somebody tell me in the comment section below if you know of any other LEGO head mold that is designed in this way, because right now I can't think of any other one off the top of my head. The Freeze Take Frenzy set also came with this police officer. Nothing is different about him aside from the fact that he comes with air tanks, and the print for his face also very expressive, and he's pretty much just got different sunglasses. $2 once again, and then the price does change up for this next alien fig. He is exclusive to the Gold Heist set, and I believe his name is Frenzy. He's easily one of my favorite LEGO alien creatures of all time, because we just don't get a second set of arm piece like this. We've gotten this for like Garmadon before, but it's a totally different kind of part, and this is just unique to this particular type of alien. He's got sort of a watermelon design on his head. The eyes look ridiculous. His mouth is crazy. Fun thing to note, it is shaped in such a way where you can easily fit a bar piece right in the front, so you can actually bite onto things, and it's just interesting seeing those green droid arms used as the secondary level. The print for his body is pretty simple, and I don't think it really needs to be any more than what it is. He's just a green alien. Just keep it simple. He is a $7 fig, and then released in this set is just another police officer with just another different type of expression. He's got some red hair this time around. He's $3. And then this next alien, it looks like he's from the same gang as that biker alien, that orange guy we saw earlier. He appeared in the Container Heist set. Really fun design. You can tell that it's sort of based on a big rig, and there's two containers side by side. Really fun build, and this is a really cool looking weird guy. He's flesh toned like a LEGO minifigure, but as you can see, he's kind of like a Cyclops with sharp teeth, and when you look really close, he's actually got a bunch of little eyes around there that look sort of like spider eyes. His chest, by the way, also has an eyeball sticking out. So this one's kind of fun. It's sort of like a humanoid alien creature, and he comes with one of the coolest helmets I've ever seen from LEGO. It's super Mad Max style. Apparently his name is Snake. He appeared in a couple other sets, and he just sells for $2. This minifigure with a kind of normal face and a super terrified, scared face also appeared in this set, plus one other. He is $3. Then the next biggest set is the Hyperspeed Pursuit, where it came with twin versions of this alien. They're just called the Skull Twins, and it looks like they're wearing more professional sort of racing gear. It feels like what maybe a professional race car driver might wear if they were going out for a sponsored ride, but they still have the same legs and belt print for the skull as the ones before. This is an amazing mask that goes over the entire head. It looks really creepy, kind of reminds me of the Punisher, and then when you take off the mask, that is definitely the creepiest part for sure. It's got red eyes, bushy eyebrows, actually a third eye right in the forehead, and kind of a negative space to where maybe a nose once was. Super creepy looking guy, but once again, just like all of the bad guys that you see in these sets, I hope you're sort of seeing a theme here. They're all totally different, and they really do sort of show off a very specific kind of personality and look. So with that in mind, we'll move on to the Max Security Transport set with a brand new looking alien. He's definitely very orc or ogre-like. The sand green skin really gives it away, but he also has a spiked helmet, and the printing on his body looks kind of brown and dirty. He's got a lot of spikes, and the only thing that really matches him up with any of the other aliens is once again that skull for the belt buckle. The Mad Max helmet is awesome. The face kind of reminds me of Killer Croc. He is $5, and the police officer, the thing that makes him unique in this set is that he comes just with blue sunglasses, $2. The Squidman's Pit Stop set was an awesome one, but the minifigs in there are not unique. Technically, one of the figures is a re-released police officer just without air tanks. Doesn't really count as an exclusive release though. And the last set of 2009, the big one to get from this wave, is the Galactic Enforcer, a massive ship, and included in this set were 5 exclusive releases, none of which actually aliens. The most interesting minifig by far is this sort of ancient looking statue of a space explorer. He does have the classic space insignia, and this set was actually released on the 30th anniversary of the LEGO space theme. So this is just kind of a fun little collectible figure that marks a particular LEGO anniversary. He is a $10 figure, and the next unique character is actually just a brick-built droid, kind kind of a fun, simple little style here. Cumulatively, the parts I think might be worth $1. I don't know. None of them are really that unique. And then the set also came with 3 unique expressions, at least unique for this particular theme. So one of the police officers has orange sunglasses and a disgruntled face. We've got a nice friendly smirk, and the only female police officer that is in any of the Space Police line. Each one of them are around $3 or $2. And 2009 also finished off with a couple of small sort of poly bags. This is the K9 bot. It's a fun little bot, and this little poly box, I suppose, was around $10, or it's around $10 now. And then one of those Cyclops guys was released without a visor in a little space poly bag. Again, he's $2. And now let's move on to 2010, where there were a few more set releases for this wave, and we got some really fun aliens. The orange biker alien from before is now green. He's in a much more sort of advanced looking tech suit, at least the torso piece looks that way. He appeared in the Raid VPR. He is $4, and the police officer in this set is updated, but really the update is just the helmet. That mold for the helmet isn't unique. It definitely appeared in Alien Conquest in blue, but you can guess, yes, the facial expression still is unique. This is, I think, one of the coolest sets from the entire theme. It's called Smash and Grab, and we basically have a souped up tow truck, or space tow truck, and it seems to be stealing an ATM machine that's been embedded into an asteroid. The unique alien is very similar to the Squid Man that we saw in the very beginning. His name is Squidtron, and really the printing on his head is now purple instead of green, and he does have a special print for the torso piece. He is $4, and the next set is the Undercover Cruiser. The crazy fish-like head belongs to a minifigure named Jawson, and the mold is extremely similar to that from what we saw from the Atlantis theme, though it is a little bit different, and it serves to really change up the overall sort of feel to the minifigure body because the head is really sort of embedded into the chest, or it certainly looks that way. His body is orange, and it really just reminds me of a prison jumpsuit. It even has barcodes and numbers along the side, so he's definitely an escaped prisoner. He's $3, and the officer that came in this particular set, once again, unique expression. He's actually selling for $5, and this next guy might be one of my favorite minifigs to come from LEGO of all time. He's known as BrickVault. He came in the Lunar Limo, and I don't think I need to describe exactly what this particular minifig looks like based on, well, his look and the name that goes along with it, but he has such an interesting, unique sort of headpiece. It's almost like a stunted minifigure head. It has sort of the similar shape at the top, though you can see it comes down in a rather deep, dark, and jagged way in the front. There's some interesting sort of mold on the back, and this piece is also glow in the dark. Really cool figure. The short head kind of makes this character seem very sleek and low, and almost like the hat hangs low over his face. Based on the gold skull chain necklace printing you see on the front, I'm gonna guess he's the boss of this skull gang, and I think he definitely hits my top 10 favorite minifigs of all time. His price is $8, and this next minifig is the most expensive from the collection, coming from the biggest set from this particular wave. The print for his face is very disturbing, just like the twins, but just in kind of a different way, I suppose. And the set he appeared in was Space Police Central, and his final price brand new is $15. From this set though, there were a few other exclusive figs, like this police officer with a goatee, and then we also got the new police chief, who just looks a little bit older, and he's got those fun little shoulder pieces. This guy isn't marked as any type of minifigure droid, but he too appeared in this particular set, and with that we have finished off the entire Space Police collection. Personally, I think they did incredible justice to the design of the aliens. I thought they were really creative. Some of my favorite minifigs and subsequently minifig molds belong to the Wave 3 of this Space Police collection, and if you ask me, I feel like it's been long enough since they have rebooted this particular theme, and I would love to see it come back in a modern fashion. Alright, that is it for this episode, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember, if you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe. If you have any ideas about another LEGO collection you want to see us do in the future, let us know in the comments section below. Alright, that's it for this episode. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.